Hello everyone and welcome back to the garden. It's a dreary, chilly day here in the garden. Ugh, I hate these kind of days. But even though the sun is not shining, I wanted to take you around and show you quickly what's going on in the garden because it has burst into bloom. First, taking a look at our tulip bed, seeing what's going on in our tulip bed. You can see almost all of the tulips have started to bud up, which is super duper exciting. And a lot of them have even started to bloom despite the fact the weather has been kind of dreary over the past week. Really needing some warmer temperatures would be great. Here's a look at the bed with the tulips to the left and that ranunculus bed to the right. You can see a lot of weeds have gotten into that ranunculus bed where we had that small failed portion of the ranunculus, which totally stinks. But the other ranunculus are starting to bloom. You can see a white one in full bloom over there. Most of the tulips that are blooming now are the early season tulips that we planted. Some early parrots and early doubles. Also some singles starting to bloom. The first variety to bloom this year was one called Avant-Garde. That's that really pretty creamy white one, kind of creamy yellow color, which is very, very nice. You can see also a lot of the color is starting to kind of color up, I guess, I don't know, in the later varieties, and those later varieties of course have much longer stems, which is one of the main reasons that I really love those, is because I do love that nice stem length. That's something to consider when planting and planning for next year. I've bought a lot of kind of shorter varieties this year. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with what's going on. I've actually been arranging these and kind of dropping little abandoned bouquets around town because I've been kind of struggling through the blah weather lately, just waiting for things to bloom and things like that. So I've been kind of doing my flower magic stuff out and about. So, hopefully some people found those and really enjoyed them. Other things that are currently going on in the garden, we have daffodils that are in full bloom. This is really the time of year where daffodils are hitting full stride, especially all the different varieties that I have here in the yard. You'll know that I am going to be doing another daffodil full tour video soon. I have already started to compile all the pictures and everything and video for that. I know a lot of you guys really love those kind of full tour videos. I'm also going to do one for the tulips too, so don't worry, because we have a lot of new tulips that I've never grown before. And I'm really excited to see those and kind of document those on the blog and here and everything. I'm not going to lie to y'all, I have been totally just enamored with these daffodils this year. I only had like maybe 10 new varieties, but the ones that I grew last year and the new varieties that I did plant, they are so beautiful. I can't get over how big some of these are. Like, for example, the British Gamble one is huge. And how incredibly fragrant some of them are. I think that is one of my favorite characteristics of flowers is fragrance. So many of the specialty cut flower varieties that you get from like florists and things have been bred to, to the point where they don't have a fragrance anymore. And these fragrances coming out of the yard are absolutely enchanting. I seriously cannot get enough of them. Some of them are so strong, I just walk out in the backyard and I smell them. It's just like, whoa, who's got perfume on out here? But anyway, I did want to just quickly show you the daffodils, give you a little sneak peek of the daffodils and what they're looking like. So don't despair if you want to see more of these quote unquote fancy daffodils that are growing in my yard. There will be another video in which I show them to you very close and very in depth. It's going to be a long one, and so far it's shaping up to be about 40 minutes long, so you'll have to pop some popcorn and, get a nice comfy chair and get ready. Put it on big screen TV, whatever makes the experience worthwhile. Anyway, moving on to the rest of the garden. I also got some bare root roses in the mail, which I'm very excited about. I've never really been able to grow that many rose bushes because I have this little space and it's not really even my yard. So now that I'm going to move somewhere else eventually, hopefully, that's still in the air, I've ordered these bare root roses and I just potted them up into pots. Much like I have potted everything else I've ordered up into pots. Ideally, I would have already, gone somewhere else by now, but, you can't predict the future, and you can't make things happen on the time schedule that you want them to happen on, so you just kind of gotta roll with the punches and adapt. So I have all these buckets full of grafted trees and rose bushes and even some peonies in there. I will show you. I did make a video about planting the bare root roses into pots that will come out a few days from now. It's already scheduled. I already edited it. I'm staying on top of editing. I'm doing a good job. I've got so many things going on. I feel like I'm like a circus juggler, and I am about to drop all these balls all over the place at any second, but I'm going to keep going. The chrysanthemum cutting order also came in. I was fortunate enough to make an order from King's Mums last year. Last year they only opened their ordering to past customers. So I did make an order for some chrysanthemum cuttings. I'm also rooting the cuttings that I have in my own garden from this year and from last year and from the year before. I've been steadily multiplying my stock of chrysanthemum cuttings, so I'm really eager there to keep doing that, and hopefully we'll have some really beautiful mums in the fall now that we've started them in the spring. Before I'm done, here's a quick look at the Snapdragon bed. I know it looks like just weeds. There's some nettles in there, red dead nettle in there, but the Snapdragons are there. They're doing great. The weeds aren't as bad as they look, I swear. I promise. They're looking good. Really eager to see the Snapdragons bloom. That's really about it for this video. I hope that you liked it, and I hope that you're having an incredible day. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.